And here we go. We have the first NBA trade of the offseason, and it's a relatively big one for the Oklahoma City Thunder. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, the Chicago Bulls are trading two-time all-defensive guard. Let me say it again for you guys. Two-time all-defensive guard Alex Caruso to the Oklahoma City Thunder for guard Josh Giddey. Now we scroll down a bit, we see the full trade details, and it's basically just straight up. At least from what we can see right now, things might change in a little bit, but as of right now, Alex Caruso is going to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And in this video, I wanted to break down exactly why I love this pickup for the OKC Thunder and why I think this actually does move the needle for them going into next season. Now, I think the first thing that we have to notice when you just look at Alex Caruso here is his on-ball defense. On this play specifically, we're going to get a little bit of a ghost screen here by Bradley Beal. And, in Alex Caruso's head, he might think for a split second that he needs to switch. But knowing that there's only a few seconds left in the game, he knows he has to fight over the ghost screen, right? Realize that, no, I am not switching from Kevin Durant. I'm going to stay on his hip the entire way and force him into an extremely tough game-winning shot, which at the end of the day does not fall down, and the Bulls end up winning this game. You talk about an OKC team who went 7 games with the Dallas Mavericks, who struggled to compete versus Luka and Kyrie, and then you look at the formula. What did the Boston Celtics just do? Well, yeah, they had Drew Holiday and Derek White, 2 all-NBA defenders, and they were able to take care of him pretty lightly. Again, there, draws the charge on Kevin Durant, gets into position, going from the top of the key over to the corner, getting his feet set, boom, beautiful job by Caruso. This dude defensively is going to be such an epic fit for Lou Dort, Shea. I mean, you look at this defensive front, I mean, God, this is going to be fun. Now, another thing I love about Alex Caruso is the hustle ability. On this play, you see him come out of nowhere, right? Playing his lane in that right corner, but coming out of nowhere and getting an absolutely unbelievable block underneath the basket. Again, this dude is going to make game-winning plays, game-winning opportunities. This is going to be such a great addition for OKC, who last season was a top 10 defense, and they just got even better. Again, fast break opportunity here for the Philadelphia 76ers, who do like to run in transition. Maxey gets all the way into the lane, gets a nice little opportunity over Kobe White, and boom, there comes Alex Caruso once again out of nowhere. This is a guy who is going to thrive defensively. Now, before we get into some other reasons why he is going to be such an epic fit here for the OKC Thunder, I need you guys to do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family. It is free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Thunder throughout the rest of the offseason, the draft, free agency, training camp, everything you need to know. We got you guys covered, so make sure you guys join the family if you haven't already done so. Let's get right back to the video. Now, the first thing you'll notice when we look at Alex Caruso is he is 30 years old, right? Now, not the youngest guy in the world, but also not the oldest guy in the world either. You look at the contribution that Drew Holiday made for the Celtics team. I mean, he was, if not number 2, number 3 in the MVP running for the Boston Celtics. This dude was massive in the playoffs. I think Alex Caruso is going to bring a lot of that same type of energy. 6'5", 186 pounds. Now, what is the one thing that jumps out when you look at the overall number of statistics here, right? It's not going to be the points per game. It never will be, right? Even though he did have a career high 10.1 last season, which is good, but he'll never be a 15 to 20 point scorer per game. It's just not his game, right? You look at the 1.7 steals per game, you look at the 1 block a game. This dude can do it all defensively. But the thing that is most important, at least in my eyes, is this number right here. 40.8% from 3. And that is absolutely unreal. You add this to a team in OKC who last season shot, roughly about 38.5% from 3, which was number 1 in the NBA. Not only do you add a really good defender, an all NBA type of defender, but you also add a unbelievable 3-point shooter as well. Now, one of the biggest reasons why I think he is going to be a really good fit here in OKC is the ability to play off ball. A guy like Josh Giddey plays very similar, not to Shea, but a guy that needs the ball in his hands, right? He needs to be able to play make, and at this point in time, you don't need that. You don't need that in OKC no more, right? Now that you have Shea, it is fine going without him, right? But adding a guy who can play defense and play within a role is something that the Boston Celtics showed you this season. It could be unbelievable. Derek White, Drew Holiday, those guys were amazing, and they just played in a role, right? I think Alex Caruso does a very, similar type of thing, sitting in the corner, putting up a three, and just being able to knock down these big time shots. And again, you talk about everything he does, right? Gets to the corner here, just, plays in a certain role. He is so smart, so gifted. As look at the backdoor, a beautiful backdoor cut here behind the defense. Another beautiful play here. Just a guy you want on your basketball team. And we can sit here and watch highlights all day long, right? Because at the end of the day, this dude just plays a beautiful type of basketball here. They in Chicago, they use their big man a lot, something that they can utilize with Chet Holmgren, right? Get Chet Holmgren driving into lane, drawing two defenders, getting that weak side help, and then Alex Caruso wide open in the corner. This is something I could see being huge in OKC, especially with Shea. We already know how much attention that Shea draws when he drives into the paint. 1, 2, sometimes 3 and 4 guys just ball watching, trying to get down on Shea, and then boom, all of a sudden, Caruso is wide open in the corner at the top of the key after some swings. Look at this slot cut here by Alex Caruso, right? Basically what a slot cut here is when the defense starts to, ball watch towards the side of the basketball. A slot cut is when you're sitting at this top left quadrant or top right quadrant, depending on where the basketball is, and getting behind the defense. It's a perfectly timed cut, right? Your man here, Brandon Miller, has no idea what's going on. Ball watching a little bit too long, steps up on Vucevic, and boom, beautiful slot cut there by Alex Caruso, who gets a wide open layup to go. Again, these are the things you want to see on your basketball team. And even defensively, just does an unbelievable job hustling, getting out in transition, and getting big time buckets, man. You look at the overall dynamic of this team in OKC, who, looks like they could be not only one of the best offenses, but one of the best defenses, especially with the acquisition of Alex Caruso. Man, I'm pumped. I am absolutely pumped for them to have a guy like this who, can play within a role, stop, pop, pull up three from the corners, garner weak side rotation. I mean, this is a guy who can play defense, get back, hustle, big time blocks, big time steals, get over screens. If you want him locked in on Luka, locked in on Kyrie, kind of like what Drew Holiday did. 40% shooter from three, which is nasty, right? OKC ranked number 1 in the NBA in three-point shooting at 38%. This dude shot better than 38%. So you talk about an overall guy who helps you on both ends of the floor, can play a role, but also is unselfish as well. Very smart, high IQ, high intensity, and a guy who would do it all, leave it all out on the line for you on the basketball floor. What a perfect fit, and what a perfect trade for the OKC Thunder. As again, good hustle, never gives up on any play, man. This dude, Alex Caruso, hey, I'm not going to lie to you guys right now. This dude is special. And OKC got an absolute dog. Make sure you guys do me a big time favor. Hit that like button just so we can get this video out to more OKC fans. Subscribe if you're new, join the family. But overall, man, I am pumped. I am pumped to see what OKC does. Again, good extra pass here by Kobe White. If you're going to leave him open, you will pay. I'm telling you right now, you will pay. OKC just got themselves a dog alongside Lou Dort. It's going to be tough to stop this team. It's going to be tough to get by him defensively.